Thanks to Red for submitting this mod over on Gamebanana, and a huge shout out to Dr. Phil on Discord for helping me get it to work on my Switch. Thanks a lot, yo. Fans fixed the experience share yet again, this time in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. This is now the third game in a row removing the player's option to disable experience share if desired. Experience share is surprisingly controversial on Twitter, even though it really shouldn't be. Everyone should be able to agree that arbitrarily removing player options and ruining the experience of some players is bad. But then again, not everyone is reasonable or empathetic. Some may be out of the loop when it comes to why exactly this is an issue, so for this video we'll deconstruct two of the most common arguments in support of less player options. The first of which, and by far the most common, is that forced experience share fixes grinding. Those that invoke this excuse perfectly demonstrate, for everyone, a fundamental lack of understanding of the issue at hand. They fail to realize that if the experience share is optional, that means it can be turned on. And if it can be turned on, it can be used. And if used, it removes the need to grind regardless. This isn't even an excuse in favor of mandatory experience share. It's an excuse in favor of not removing experience share itself, an argument no one has ever made. For some reason, at least on the toxic wasteland known as Twitter, the statements optional experience share or player choice is somehow synonymous with remove experience share, despite those statements being exact opposites of one another. Functional reading comprehension is really hard to come by over there. What's also ironic about my grinding meme is that many people, including myself, disable experience share in order to be under-leveled, to produce more of a challenge, which is the exact opposite of what grinding aims to achieve. The second most common argument is that other JRPGs have mandatory experience share, therefore Pokemon should as well. Most of these types mock Pokemon players in the process, condescendingly suggesting they play other JRPGs. Ironically, as Shy Guy Mask eloquently points out, it's these types of individuals that should take their own advice, due to demonstrating their own lack of knowledge on JRPGs by suggesting that they all play the exact same way simply because they are a part of the same genre, and failing to recognize how Pokemon differs and why that's relevant. Pokemon is very different from your typical JRPG. You as the Pokemon trainer are tasked with training a selection of monsters that you capture to progress forward. It's a more intimate experience that demands the player learn of every strength and weakness of a party member in order to account for those strengths and weaknesses with the remaining party members, and to balance all of that accordingly. You can't really do that when the game trains them for you. It's completely antithetical to the ethos of the series. I'm not saying the experience share should be removed, just that it remain optional for those players who prefer the more traditional approach to a Pokemon game. There's other extremely poor excuses and band-aid solutions like boxing your entire party and jumping through tons of hoops to avoid a system that shouldn't be an issue in the first place. But that just admits there's a problem to begin with. Apparently, experience share requires a single bite to toggle it on and off. According to the developers, it's more intuitive to force the player to jump through annoying, inconvenient hoops than to simply give the player access to a single byte of code that toggles experience share when desired. The audacity. The people opposed to player choice are generally self-absorbed and expect everyone to play the way they do and to like it. They lash out when their way to play is not validated. Rather selfish when you think about it, but that's a large portion of the Pokemon community in a nutshell. BDSP have only been out for a few days, but already there have been great strides in the modding community, most of which I will cover in videos in the days to come. If you're interested in seeing what all the hype is about, I'll leave a link down below to the Gamebanana page containing all of the mods. I'll also leave a link to the BDSP modding Discord as well. I'm more excited for the potential mods of BDSP than I am for the games themselves, and can't wait to see what other developments lie in store. I'm in the process of finishing up my first impressions video, so definitely stay tuned for that, and subscribe to not miss it, and for more BDSP videos. Feel free to share your thoughts down below as I read every comment. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you all. Till next time.